guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be reading the pitch notes for FIFA 22 career mode. I was sort of expecting like a reveal trailer to come out. It hasn't. They've just uploaded the pitch notes, so we're going to take a look into them. So here you can see we have career mode, deep dive, FIFA 22. As I said, I thought we would get a reveal trailer, but if you go on to EA's pitch notes, you'll see they've got foot, career mode, pro clubs. No reveal videos this year other than gameplay, so yeah, that's all we've got. Hello everyone, my name is Alex. That's all I'm saying. Senior game designer on FIFA career mode, and I'm really excited for the chance to finally go into details of what's in store for career mode in FIFA 22. We've made significant improvements to both manager career and player career this year that bring you more ways than ever to customize your manager career experience, and a long overdue revamp to the player career experience with complete control over your pro's development and career progression. There's a lot to go through, so let's get to it. And you can see here, you know, create your club, player career, you know, dressing room transfers, expanded stories, dynamic tifos, authenticity. There's a lot here, so this is going to be fun to read through. So starting with create a club. Create your club. In FIFA 22 you now have the ability to create your own team and manager career, which is something I know a lot of you have been passionately requesting over the years. That's mental, that is actually back in the game. That's a big change to career mode. Club identity. You start by picking your club's name and the nickname which will be used by the commentary team. Next, you'll choose the league you want to play in, after which you'll choose the team name you want to replace, or the team you want to replace, so you have to replace a team. The number of teams participating in the league stays the same, while the team you replaced goes into rest of world teams, so at least they don't just disappear off the face of the earth. You can choose any league in the game, carving your path to glory from the bottom tier of a country's league system, or playing against the world's biggest teams in the top leagues. You will then choose a rival club from within your league. Matches against your rival will be treated with higher importance in our broadcast experience and benefit from additional news coverage and stories. So you get to pick your derbies and stuff, which is great. Kit and crest customization. You can customize your team's home and away kits, the club's crest, as well as your home stadium. There's plenty of variation to choose from, and you don't need to fear that your team is running out of style. Kits, crests, and your base stadium can be changed at the beginning of every new season. Literally was about to ask that. Can you change your kits? And obviously the stadium's big too, because you can upgrade it then. But the fact you can change it, you know, every season. Now what I will say, that there that you're seeing, that's pro clubs. Like, that's basically pro clubs. You can do that on pro clubs. What I do like though, I'm not sure if the tertiary colours on pro clubs, but what I do like that I notice is you can change the name and number colour specifically. Sometimes that's not in pro clubs at the minute. I'd assume they'd move it over, but yeah, it's not in pro clubs at the minute, and sometimes there'll be like kits where the name and number just doesn't stand out. It like blends in with the colour, so that's cool. I'm really glad that you can update that every season and change your kits like a team in real life. So on to stadium customization. We're really excited to bring stadium customization into career mode in FIFA 22. Pick from any of the base generic stadiums in the game and really make it your own. You can change its base colour, seat colour, and go deeper with changes such as the pitch pattern and net shape. Why is this only in the game now? And do you know what? I don't even need to say it. I've just seen it in the bottom line. I'll get to it in a minute. The atmosphere around your club can be changed as well, with a wide selection of goal songs, crowd chants, and walkout anthems to capture your club's identity and style. And stadium customization is also available for existing clubs that don't have a licensed stadium assigned in the game. Championship, League 1, League 2 teams. Yes, come on. Because I'm thinking for myself, I do a Blackpool career off camera. I can finally go and make Bloomfield Road, because it's not in the game obviously. I doubt it will be next year, because they're going to be a championship team next year. So I can actually go and customize it and make it look like that. I can expand it if I want, you know. Unreal. Squad builder. A brand new team needs players, and that's why my favourite part of Create a Club is the squad builder, or they're calling it Create Your Club. They had it changed up some way. Here you'll be able to populate your team with a starting group of players. It's basically Football Manager, Create a Club, isn't it? When generating these new players, you'll have control of your squad's star rating and the average age of players. Now that's cool. Before you commit to your new squad, you can play around with the various settings until you find a squad that you want to start your journey with. The nationality of the generated players in your squad is based on the nationality makeup of the players in the league of your choice. For example, let's assume that 7% of the players in the Premier League have French nationality. Each time a player is generated for your squad in the Prem, there's a 7% chance they'll be French. This keeps squads feeling authentic no matter what league you choose to play in. So I guess that makes sense. You don't play in League On and your whole team is from England or like Papua New Guinea or something, or Uzbekistan. Like, they're actually looks like a real team from that league. And you can see there again, I'll just show it again quickly. Squad age, young, veteran. You can change your transfer budget, board expectations, youth focused. That's really cool. After setting up your squad, you can also choose your starting budget and either go from humble beginnings or create football's next big spenders, as your transfer budget can start as high as 1 billion of your chosen currency. You can then use your budget to sign new players to strengthen key positions as soon as you begin playing. 1 billion. What the heck? On to board priorities. Last but not least, you will be able to change your club's board's priorities. These priorities can dictate the objectives that you will receive in all categories. Note that domestic and regional priorities will be influenced by your team's star rating as well. For example, if you start a career with a 3-star club in the Liga and a high priority domestic objective, you'll have an objective to avoid relegation in the first season, given that your team is one of the weakest rated teams in the league, and a long-term objective for a top 4 finish in 4 years. There are a variety of board priority preset built into the club creation flow to help you find the right philosophy for your club. If you want to experiment, you can also tweak each individual setting to hit your sweet spot and make each playthrough feel fresh. So you can see board expectations, small club, football giant, or custom, where basically you could go to custom, just drop them all to low, make it easy for yourself, which for videos might be good if we can make something out of that. Player career now, big revamp here. We've made significant changes and updates to player career in FIFA 22 in order to refresh the mode and make your player journey more memorable. Coming on as a sub, what's the odds that they've copy and pasted a lot of the journey into this? It wouldn't be hard. In addition, a new addition to FIFA 22 player career is the ability to come into the match from the bench. Our aim was to deliver the experience of a young prospect, climbing the ranks to the starting lineup. Once you've made your way to the subs bench, you'll be able to jump into the next match from the moment in which your manager decides to sub you in. This will be showcased in the pre-match launcher, where you can choose to either play the remainder of the match or just sim past it. And there you can see a photo. Jump to result, play as your own player, play controlling the team. Choosing to play the remainder of the match will take you to the pitch from the moment you're subbed in, with your new match objectives being revealed. We'll cover match objectives in greater detail later on, so you can see it's kind of that journey cutscene, really, isn't it? Bit of encouragement from the manager. You subbed on, and the match objectives appear. It does say enhance objective there, so I'm sure we'll see in a bit what that is going to be about. So manager rating. Manager rating is the system that measures your manager's belief in you as a member of the squad. So this matters in player career now as well, rather than just manager career. You'll start your career as a bench player, with the manager giving you reduced minutes to impress them. If you complete the objectives set for you, your pro will start to see increased playing time, potentially breaking into starting 11. And you can see your manager rating, your place in the team, build manager rating, avoid not being selected. On the opposite side of things, if you fail your objectives constantly, you will end up getting dropped. Performing well in training will allow you to get back in for a chance at redemption, but if you constantly fail to make the squad, you ultimately end up on a transfer list. Your pro's overall rating determines if you'll be put up for a transfer or a loan. Again, kind of like the journey where you trained, and it would sort of tell you these are the subs, these are the reserves, and here's the first team, and you would sort of know after that session which group you were with. The requirements to make the starting 11 versus the bench are based on the quality of the squad, so you'll have little room for failure in a top club, as you'll have to be your best to hold on to your spot in the starting lineup, while for lower rated clubs you're more likely to be forgiven for failing an objective occasionally. So you start in League 2, less pressure. You start in the Premier League, you can't really make mistakes. The manager rating system is also in place for your relationship with your nation's international manager. After you make the squad by becoming one of the best players in your position in the country, you'll be called up to the national team. Just like at your club, you'll need to train and complete match objectives to cement your starting lineup position and push your team forward to glory. So I think training's going to become a pretty big factor here. Match objectives. You will consolidate your starting position by successfully completing all new match objectives. They will be revealed to you as you step on the pitch, and you also have the ability to enhance one of them and make it a personal goal for an extra player growth reward, which we'll cover in more detail later on. So that's the enhanced one. Basically that must be like the focus. So this is you're starting the game. So enhance objective. Oh, so it says there, if we replay, as soon as they enhanced the objective, it came up, went from 9.0, enhanced target is 10.0, so it kind of builds it a bit higher, but if you can do it, you get a reward. So if you can do better than what they've offered, you get a reward. Your match objectives are generated based on a couple of factors: your playing position, and if the formation of the team doesn't include your preferred position, such as the cam position of 4-4-2, the manager will look at your qualities and other areas of the pitch to determine which position will be best for you. The quality of your team compared to the opposition. While things start off easy in pre-season, you could receive objectives of a higher difficulty range based on the quality of the opposition, or if you're playing against a rival club. Now I wonder, does that mean easier objectives against easier opponents or harder against harder? Because I think it should be easier objectives against harder opponents, because you're less likely to do something. Whereas if you're Liverpool and you're playing Lincoln in the FA Cup, your objective could be to score a hat-trick because you could do it. The formation your team is using compared to the one of the opposition. If you're a striker facing a strong defensive force in a 5-4-1, you have a harder time scoring compared to a 3-4-3, and FIFA 22 acknowledges that. The game also acknowledges your squad's formation. If you're the lone forward in the squad without a strike partner, you won't receive any objectives to make assists. All of these systems are working together to make sure you have a varied set of challenges each time you step on the pitch. Match objectives and coming on as a sub are available for both created players and real player careers. So there might be some things that you can't get in real player careers, but at least the objectives are realistic. Like, you're not going to be a lone strike player and be expected to get 4 assists because you've no one to pass to. So, player growth, and this is only for created players. The FIFA 22 player career features an overhauled player growth system that puts the development of your created players in your hands. It's all about earning XP and leveling up your player as you progress through the career. What follows is specific to using a created player. Playing a player career with a real player will continue to work as it did in previous iterations. So basically, this is where real player career is cut off and it's pointless. It's got a couple of cutscenes, that's it. You get this level up with created player. Leveling up and earning XP. Earning XP will level up your pro and unlock skill points with each new level achieved. There are multiple ways for you to earn XP and play a career. A lot of reading in these. 1. Match rewards. You'll earn XP at the end of each match you play. The vast majority of XP earned is based on your match rating at the end of the match, but you can also earn additional XP for performing different actions, such as scoring goals, making tackles, or winning headers. Whenever you perform an action that grants you XP at the end of the match, an icon with 3 chevrons will appear next to the player indicator. Training. You can participate in 3 training sessions every week. The amount of XP you earn from a training session varies depending on your preferred position. If you're a striker, for example, you'll earn more XP from shooting drills than you would from defending drills. There are 2 additional XP bonuses you can earn from training. First time played bonus. We encourage you to try out all training drills by awarding an amount of XP when you play them for the first time. So basically a way like first time bonus. Playing bonus. Each time you play a drill rather than simulate it, you will receive bonus XP regardless of the grade you achieve, because I know people can't be bothered playing it all through the season. You will also be able to make presets of your favourite training sessions to have them readily available for selection as soon as you're prepared to train again. Enhanced match objectives. Completing the enhanced objective of your choice will grant you bonus XP. So let's see. In the changing room, at the end of the game, you must have got man of the match, and it tells you all about your player growth and where you're getting your XP from. Once you've earned your share of XP, it's decision time. With each level up, you unlock a number of skill points to spend, and this is where we learn about the skill tree, which might be something similar to pro clubs. We based the player's career skill tree on 2 pillars. We want to ensure the player growth is in your hands. Previously, we had a system that grew attributes as you were playing matches. In this new approach, your pro's attributes will only grow how you want them to grow. So maybe if you're a striker, you put all your skill points on pace and shooting, like pro clubs. Attribute increases are significant and offer noticeable improvement in gameplay. The attribute boosts you unlock with each skill point offer noticeable upgrades. While browsing through skill trees, you'll also find archetype nodes, which provide the biggest attribute boosts, allowing you to further customize your playstyle. There are multiple paths to success and plenty of room to experiment on your path to build your ultimate player. And yeah, looks a lot like pro clubs. So you can upgrade your skill moves, your weak foot, which is good. And you can see, you know, upgrades, your passing, your shooting, your curve. It's a copy of pro clubs, really. Perks. Another exciting addition to player growth for creative players is the new Perk System. Again, only creative players. Perks unlock as you level up, and you can equip up to 3 of them to take into a match. Perks provide an additional performance boost on top of your attributes and trigger automatically when certain conditions are met. Keep an eye out for the perk activation icon that will appear in the overhead player indicator and in the performance widget in the top right corner of the screen. When the perk icon appears, its effects are active. And watch this. My voice is going from reading all of this, lads. What a hit. He must have got some sort of shooting perk. What a hit that is. Some perks can even boost your teammates, so it's up to you to decide if you want to invest everything in your own abilities or bolster the team ahead of an important derby. Here are a few of the career mode unique perks which you can decide on equipping. Chance creation. Boosts passing abilities for all teammates, vision, passing, short, long, crossing and curve. Attacking support, boosts attacking abilities for all teammates, attacking, positioning, finishing, long shots and shot power. Or defensive cover, boosts defensive abilities for all teammates, defensive awareness, interceptions and tackle and stand and slide. So that's cool. So you can sort of, you know you're going to have a tough game. Maybe you're playing City and you think I want to throw the defensive one on. So here is the full list of perks. I've had to move my screen, but it's fine. So we've got distance shooter. These are the attacking perks. Increases your accuracy and power from long distance shots. Grants you the finesse shot trait and 5-star weak foot. One-time shot increases your finishing ability during one-time shots or headers. Grants finesse shot, power header traits, and increases weak foot. Set piece beacon increases heading during set pieces for 5 seconds after the ball is in play and grants you the power header trait. Clutch finisher increases your shooting during the last 15 minutes and extra time. Gives finesse shot and power header traits and increases weak foot. Hot streak, shooting attributes boosted for a short time, 15 minutes after you score a goal. Grants you the finesse shot and power header traits and increases weak foot. And quick reply, shooting attributes boosted for 15 minutes after conceding a goal. Grants the finesse shot and power header traits and increases your weak foot ability. Chance creation, there's a lot of these. Assist streak, boosts passing attributes for a short time, 15 minutes after assisting a goal, and grants the player the swerve pass trait. Skill dribbler increases the player's dribbling skill moves when dribbling with the ball and gives them the flair trait. Set piece specialist increases your player's abilities during set pieces, gives you giant throw in, and set play specialist trait. Giant throw in? Okay. Active first touch increases your ball control, acceleration, and sprint speed after first touch. Threaded pass increases through pass and lofted through pass accuracy. Grants the player swerve trait and 5-star weak foot. Precision pass increases the player's normal pass accuracy and speed and grants the swerve trait and 5-star weak foot. Tireless runner gives you second wind and solid player traits. Pinpoint cross increases crossing accuracy and ability and gives swerve trait and 5-star weak foot ability. Defensive perks. Defensive closer increases the defending attributes in final 15 minutes and extra time. Last defender increases your defending attributes when you're the last player back. Lockdown, defending attributes boosted for 15 minutes after your team scores. Cool head, defender attributes boosted for 15 minutes after you concede. Ball winner, boosts jockey speed when the player does the jockey or sprint jockey actions and increases the player's tackling ability. Physical strength, boosts strength, ball control, and jumping when jostling, shielding, or heading the ball. Goalkeeper perks. Almost there. Clutch save, attributes boosted in the final 15 minutes and extra time. Fast rush, speed boosted when keeper is sprinting or rushing. Quick reflexes, improves reflexes and reactions. One-on-one, abilities boosted in one-on-ones for 5 seconds. Far reach, good at saving distance shots. And set piece expert, attributes boosted during set pieces for 5 seconds after the ball is in play. So that is all of your perks. So, dressing room atmosphere. We've added dressing room cinematic sequences at the end of each match and player career. Still only player career. They reflect your team's and your players' latest performance, from celebrating trophy wins to the dramatic loss in a derby. One of my favourite sequences has to be the one where your player snatches the Man of the Match award while the team loses the match, putting your player in the awkward situation of trying to hide his trophy from his teammates. So let's see this. They've obviously lost. Oh no, they've won. This is the celebration. Cool that it shows the community shield in the changing room. Can we not get this in manager career too though? Like that would be nice. Transfer updates. We've refreshed the transfer negotiation cinematic sequences to provide a more vivid experience as you try to get the best deal possible out of a negotiation. We've also added the ability to start or stop scouting a player from the transfer hub. That's important because you would go to your transfer hub and then you had to back out and then actually search for the player, which was annoying. So Liverpool trying to sign Messi here, which, you know, technically not impossible, because I've just seen in real life Messi says Barcelona have just announced as I'm recording this video that Messi won't be back, so you never know. Expanded stories now. One of our goals for FIFA 22 is to better celebrate achievements and career milestones, with items that are focused on your stats and accomplishments will trigger when any of these events happen. You reach those matches played or won as a manager or player. When you win Manager of the Month, in manager career. When a youth player from the squad has a standout season, manager career. When you as a player have a standout debut season. When you as a player or a player from the squad wins golden boot. When your player becomes the clean sheets or assist leader in the league. When you or one of your players' goal projection is to break a competition's goal record, and when you or they finally succeed in doing so. So breaking records means a wee bit more. There is a lot here. On the new series, these accomplishments aren't just celebrated in the news. We've also had pre-match intro sequences in which the commentator team will pick up on what you've achieved. New cinematics such as team warm-up sequences, locker room moments, team inspecting pitch, as well as groundskeeper making last-minute prep. Will build up the tension for important matches ahead. If your team is underperforming in an important match, you might even see the crowd leaving early. I think that's a good one to add. Crowd leaving if you're getting tanked. We've added a new reveal cinematic when you get a new managerial job, and we've also updated transfer announcement news to take place at the stadium, not just the press room. Your player journey will be picked up by the commentator team with banter around transfer, loan moves, your debut, or when you're solidifying your place in the starting 11. We've improved the quality of screenshots taken from the match and the news you receive when you return to the hub in order to make the stories more specific to your match experience. Last but not least, we've refreshed the goal news from elsewhere, commentary in English with former England and Arsenal women's player Alex Scott providing minute-by-minute updates to matches that are played simultaneously. We're using the latest technology to make sure that the transitions between the commentary team and Alex Scott sound as natural as possible. Dynamic tifos. We previously had to rely on existing player art in fan tifos, but that is now a thing of the past. In FIFA 22, if a player becomes one of the top-rated players in the team, or if they've had a long tenure at a club, they can be used in player tifos displayed by the fans ahead of an important match, and that means any player, including all of the generated ones. That's class. And last thing, authenticity. Whether you want to be a manager or a player, we know you're passionate about authenticity, so we'll keep holding the bar high with the inclusion of the UEFA Conference League, as well as other additions which will be announced at a later date. We really appreciate your passion for career mode and the fact you've made it this far in reading these notes. We look forward to hearing your feedback as soon as you get your hands on the game. The Europa Conference League. But lads, that is it for the FIFA 22 career mode pitch notes. Again, was hoping for a reveal trailer. We didn't get it, so yeah, that's why I haven't looked at Ultimate Team or clubs or anything, because there's no trailers to go with it, but had to go and take a look at the career mode notes. Create a club, very exciting, big revamp for player career. Drop a like if you're excited for career mode in FIFA 22. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time guys. Cheers.